Hello and welcome to Chandler in Focus. I'm Vice Mayor Kevin Hartke, and today we're going to be talking about our beloved downtown and new developments in downtown Chandler. My guests today are Kim Moyers, who is our City of Chandler Redevelopment Manager, and Jeff Kulaga, who is the Executive Director of the Downtown Chandler Community Partnership, known as the DCCP.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here today. So before we get started, would you tell us a little bit about yourself? What's your history, how you came to Chandler? Kim.
My name's Kim Moyers, and I've been in Arizona about 10 years. And my favorite story is when I came from Indiana to Arizona, I felt like a fish out of water, and it was downtown Chandler that really made me have this sense of community. And to know that I would be working here 9 years later is like a dream come true for me.
Fantastic. And where you were working someplace else doing similar things before Chandler?
I was in the town of Queen Creek for about 6.5 years before I came here, and I've been here almost 1.5 years now.
Oh, very good. And you've been a great asset to our community.
Thank you.
And Jeff, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been here in Arizona a little bit longer than Kim. Been here since 1979, and about a dozen of those years I was a resident of Chandler. And since that time, I spent a 30-year career in municipal government. I had the privilege to work for 3 cities, neighboring East Valley cities. I retired over a year ago from that service, and the opportunity to be the executive director of the Downtown Chandler Community Partnership surfaced last summer. I have a passion for public service and placemaking, and certainly there's a vibrancy and energy in downtown Chandler, and it was a good fit, right timing with a relevant background to take on this position. So I've been the executive director with the partnership for about 16 months now, and again, our job here is to help continue that vibrancy and energy for downtown Chandler.
Very good. When I moved to Chandler in 1985, there were about 60,000 residents, and I remember when I would visit downtown, my thought was, this is a historic downtown, and it's quaint. And I would go there several times afterwards. I served on a predecessor to the DCCP, and I remember thinking at sometimes, okay, I've seen downtown, and I could go for years without going back downtown. And I looked to see where downtown has come now, and it has become a vibrant place. It's a great place full of life and new stores, and I love visiting our downtown all the time, and we've seen it evolve quite a bit. So Kim, yes, share with us some of the new businesses that you've seen come in downtown recently.
Just in the last year, we've had several new businesses that's open. We've had Peixoto Coffee that's open that has been a great draw for coffee lovers throughout the valley, and they have gotten some great recognition in the short time that they've been open. We've also seen Crust that's opened up. Crust not only opened at San Marcos Resort, but they also opened up a restaurant below called The Ostrich that just opened a couple weeks ago and is doing very well. And then we also had Burst of Butterflies that opened up this last year, which gives people the opportunity to come and show their creative side. In addition to that, we have a couple new restaurants that's going to be opening by the end of this year. One is called the Brickyard Downtown. Gavin Jacobs is starting that with Elliott Hall. And then right down the street next to Burst of Butterflies will be a place called Sammy's. And if you like homemade ice cream and you like homemade cookies, you're going to smash those together to make a Sammy, and it's a great place to go over the weekend.
Great. And Gavin is certainly no stranger to downtown Chandler. He's had a presence here before, and we're excited to see that happen as well. So we have some others that are coming up. Tell us about the development going on right now with Vintage Partners and that project.
Exciting. On tonight's City Council agenda is the development agreement with Vintage Partners and Kitchell, a development called VPK. And that will be about 55,000 square feet of new entertainment for our hard corner of Arizona Avenue and Chandler Boulevard. It'll have a movie theater on the top. It'll be a draft house cinema concept. And then on the bottom will be additional restaurants and retail. They hope to be open by March of 2017. So it's a great kickstart for our entertainment district. As you know, at the end of last year, the council approved our downtown EMSD as a true entertainment district. And that's what we're really working for and striving for.
And before we go to Jeff, Kim, also tell us we've got some new housing coming into Chandler that'll be opening fairly soon. Tell us about that.
We do. Alta Steelyard Lofts, which is on the corner of Fry and Washington, is opening up 301 high-density residential units. We've had a chance to tour through that, and this is amazing for those who are looking for more of an urban style house. It's a zero setback. When you go in and you see the palette and the services that they have to offer, kind of makes me consider moving downtown. So we're very excited for that. We have a couple other additional multifamily that's in the wings, getting ready to break ground. So we're looking at a substantial increase in the residents who actually live downtown.
And certainly I think we would all agree that something that will be essential for our downtown to thrive is more traffic, more pedestrian traffic, people that use it not only as entertainment, but as more part of their life, whether walking or going to breakfast because they live next door. So we're excited to see this happen. I recently was part of a ribbon cutting at a development that's going in near our Chandler Fashion Mall, and I feel the same way there. Is density in the right places is important.
It is important, and it's important to our downtown businesses. We know that there's a trend in urban living, and we feel lucky that in downtown Chandler, the council has seen a vision over the years that we're trying to create a place to work, live, and play, and we really are getting there.
And in our downtown, and particularly around our downtown, we have some aging infrastructure. At one point, Highway 87 was the main road through here before the freeways came through. And so we've been working on adaptive reuse policy and recently have closed up public comments. So Kim, tell us a little bit about that as well.
The adaptive reuse program is going to be very beneficial to potential business owners. As we look at some of these older buildings, they may not have the current infrastructure they need. With new zonings, we may not have proper parking or bathroom facilities or sprinkler systems or zero setbacks. So the adaptive reuse program lessens or reduces those restrictions that we have put on them to allow a business to come in very economically and reuse that building. So this is, we think, very beneficial to the business owners, and we think that it'll draw in people where there may have been some roadblocks previously. So we did just close the public hearing through neighborhood meetings. I know it goes to planning and zoning next month and should come to council the month following.
Oh, very good. And now that we're seeing some new vibrancy with residents, with the Alta Steelyards and some new businesses coming in, hopefully this will do a greater jumpstart in some of our surrounding businesses and people that want to not only come to downtown to visit, but to also set up shop. So this will be a great asset for us.
I agree.
And one of the key cornerstones that has been successful in making our downtown thrive has been the downtown Chandler Community Partnership, the DCCP. Yes. Jeff, tell us about that.
The origins of the DCCP happened about 15 years ago, where civic leaders, property owners, merchants, about that time said, you know what, we have a wonderful gem here in downtown Chandler. Let's organize and frankly, shine it up a bit. Through that, believe 15 years ago or so, it was more of a voluntary association. But in about 10 years ago, summer 2005-ish, fall, the property owners came together to create an enhanced municipal services district that is allowed by Arizona state statute. Essentially, the EMSD, Enhanced Municipal Services District, is a 61-acre area of downtown, about 125 property owners. They agreed and voted to essentially tax themselves through a formula through secondary property tax. I apologize for getting in the weeds here. But through that tax, it goes to the city, it goes to the partnership, and those funds are meant to do 4 things. Market and promote downtown Chandler and provide enhanced safety and maintenance above and beyond what the good services of the city does. So our downtown partnerships charge for the property owners and downtown merchants is to market and promote downtown and provide enhanced safety and maintenance. And we do that through a number of events per year, the Farmers Market Weekly, the Art Walk Monthly, and seasonal events, Rock the Block's just around the corner, and a few others. So our task is to create attractions and expose downtown Chandler to a variety of people to see, to enjoy what we have in downtown Chandler, and ensure they come back, have a good experience, and come back and bring your friends. So,
I think when I served on the predecessor to this, I remember former Mayor Jerry Brooks sitting there chewing on his smokeless cigar, and there was a group of us around the table before the tax piece came in, and I think I still might have an extra coffee cup, a black one with kind of a puzzle motif on there, and if you don't have one, I'd certainly be willing to give one.
I think we still have a few of those in the storeroom, but yeah, I know which one you're talking about. You know, it sits at putting the puzzle pieces together originally. I think downtown Chandler, through that strong leadership back then, has evolved. The puzzle pieces are there. And to Kim's point about development, there is opportunity here for prosperity, for the downtown existing merchants and new investment and prosperity to come in. It's a very good opportunity to invest in.
Now, one of the things that we sometimes hear from people who visit Chandler, and I'm down here all the time, is great restaurants, you seem to be lacking other entertainment venues. So Kim mentioned one of those, which will be coming up, which will be a Draft House movie theater that will be coming in 2017. Another one that we recently unveiled is our downtown Chandler stage. So tell us about that, where it is, and some of the things that will be happening this fall and winter.
Thank you. The stage is a perfect example of the partnership, rather, between the Downtown Chandler Community Partnership and the City of Chandler. We came together, shared in the capital costs and construction costs of that project. It was completed and unveiled on September 24th. Its first use and performance was Oktoberfest with Roger Klein and the Peacemaker and Modest Yahoo. So there are nationally recognized acts there. The Downtown Chandler Community Partnership is responsible for programming the stage. With that, we've kicked off the fall concert series. We have 3 concerts this fall and a New Year's Eve event. The first concert is on Halloween. October 31st, Saturday. Sugar Ray will be there. Pre-sale tickets are $10, so it's very affordable. Gates open at 5 with some opening acts prior to Sugar Ray, who gets on stage around 8:30 to enjoy that event. Followed by, on November 21st, Robert Randolph and the Family Band. And then on November 28th, Trombone Shorty and Orleans Avenue. Both of those are in the jazz area of music. So if you do like jazz and some outdoor entertainment where you bring your lawn chair and blanket, get your ticket, come on by and enjoy an evening of Sugar Ray or jazz on the November evenings. And then New Year's Eve, we will have an event, the entertainment to be determined, but it will be more of a party rather than seeing a national act. It'll be a New Year's Eve party. So where you could perhaps go from one lounge area to the other. We're going to tent it pretty good. As you know, last year, New Year's Eve, it got rained out.
A little bit of rain,
wind. And it was fine till, rain, wind, and cold came together, and it was just a bust. So we're trying to protect against that, how we design the event this year.
And what's the capacity in that area? So what's the largest draw that we could actually bring in for a concert?
Using Oktoberfest as a good footprint and capacity. They estimated perhaps around 10,000 people for that event. And I was up on the 4th floor of this parking garage looking down at it, and it was comfortably crowded.
Okay.
It was a good vibe. Kim, you were there. It was good. So perhaps 10 to 12. If you may be pushing 15, it may be getting a little tight. So 10 to 12 would be a good size crowd where it's comfortable. Now, if we start putting in reserved seating and doing it that way rather than lawn seating and general admission, certainly you could probably organize it, get a little more in there. But for these 3 concerts, we wanted to start small and have 3 successes at a moderate level. If we are looking at 5,000 to 7,000 per concert, so people will have enough space to enjoy a very nice concert.
You know, I had a conversation that turned into a small bet with one of our other council members, Councilmember Human, about the size there. And the result of that is he owes me lunch, because I assured him that we could put 8 to 10 to 12,000 people at events down there. So I'm still waiting for my lunch from him. So we have the Center of the Arts that can host about 1,500 plus over there. We have our downtown events that it basically is a big party. And now we'll be able to have, certainly as when the theater comes in, that will bring entertainment, as well as this for some large events.
Yes, and if you're interested in where the stage is located, go online at downtownchandler.org. That's our website. Tickets are available through there. Also, the stage is located, the official address is 125 East Commonwealth. Essentially, that's Commonwealth east of Arizona Avenue, and it's north of the community center, a bit northwest of the library in that large park area and lawn area. Frankly, if you're near the library, you wouldn't miss the stage.
I was at an event in another city and walking with one of our other city's mayors, and the question that we sometimes ask each other is, what's new in your city? So he asked that to me, and I mentioned this and that we were going to have concerts of 8 to 10,000 people, and he stopped and said, "What have you done?" And he paused and said, "We can only handle about 3,000 or 4,000. We're going to have to get on this." So it's nice to hear from other cities as well, Chandler being recognized as innovative and a city that is taking the lead in so many ways. So I commend the DCCP in working so closely with us to make this happen. So other events that are happening. Tell us about the Art Walk. I try to attend this almost every month.
Thank you, and I know you do because I see you there. Our Art Walk is the 3rd Friday of every month, outdoors from September through May, and then we go indoors in June and July. We take August off. But this year with the Art Walk, about 50 to 60 artists line San Marcos and Boston Street in downtown, and then a number of artists are also in the Ramadas in the A.J. Chandler Park on the west side of Arizona Avenue. So we have 50 to 60 artists displaying their artwork, jewelry, pottery, woodworking, paintings, oils, canvases, a variety of art to choose from. Stop in, enjoy a dinner at one of our restaurants, and then you could at least sort of window shop at the Art Walks. We have live music every month, and we have been theming as best we can our Art Walks this year. September was Hispanic Heritage Month with some classic cultural Hispanic dancers. This past month, the Zombie Walk was meant to occur last week for Halloween. Unfortunately, it was rained out. November, the 3rd Friday, we're going to couple our Art Walk with an Author's Walk. So we will have about, right now, 20 authors, local authors, are registered to sell their books along with the art. So we will have, again, arts and authors. December 3rd Friday is for the holidays, we'll have some a cappella groups doing some caroling, and we will also have an ugly sweater contest on holiday ugly sweater contest at the Art Walk.
I've got some ringers for that.
There you go.
See me there.
So that's always fun to celebrate the holidays that way.
And we've got an event coming up in the near future that we celebrate kind of weather cooling down called Rock the Block. Tell us about that.
Rock the Block is our 6th annual Rock the Block here, and historically the first 5 have occurred on the block of Arizona Avenue from essentially Fry north to Buffalo Street through downtown. With the new stage being built, we are relocating the site plan east of Arizona Avenue in A.J. Chandler Park and the downtown stage area there. There will be carnival games, a kid zone, a beer garden. New this year, we will be having a cornhole tournament, and I believe you're signed up on a council team.
I make all of the competitors look really good.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Got a couple of teams from Channel 3 and Channel 5. Our media sponsors will be there also. Kid Zone, Carnival, a number of vendors from ices and hot dogs to other things. Really meant to be a family event, a free event, and it's highlighted, again, live music, local acts through the day, a couple of local bands at night. But the highlight is Chandler's Got Talent, where we do a contest similar to America's Got Talent, where about 8 Chandler local residents perform, and you win a $250 prize if you're selected as the winner of Chandler's Got Talent. I know you've been a judge at that event past years, and certainly you're invited, Vice Mayor, to judge again.
I can certainly say Chandler has talent, and we've seen it. So with all the events going on, I know something that you hear and that people say to us is that I can't find a place to park with all these great things going on, yet we know that there is parking. Talk to us about that.
I would be happy to. We've had several parking studies come in to determine whether or not we have adequate parking. And overwhelmingly, we do. It's just about where that parking is. And I think for anybody coming to downtown Chandler, the very easiest thing to do is to park in one of the 3 parking garages that we have on the east side of Arizona Avenue. There's still plenty of surface parking on the west side, but you might have to look for it a little bit. So instead of spending your time, looking for surface parking, it's much easier to simply go to the east side, go into one of the parking garages, park, and just walk to your destination. Especially this time of year, the lights are starting to, the Christmas lights are getting ready to come up. The weather's perfect. It's a great opportunity to see maybe a little bit more of the downtown than you had before. And those 3 locations, we have a city parking garage that is at Chicago in Arizona. Then if you go down to Boston in Arizona, we have a 2nd parking garage and a 3rd at Buffalo. Again, all on the east side. We have over 1,300 parking spaces just in those 3 parking garages.
So totally, we have well over 2,000 parking spaces if we would kind of look at streets and lots and available around the downtown.
Absolutely. We have about 3,500 if my memory serves correctly.
Correct.
Yes.
That's the number.
Yes.
3,500.
Yes.
That's a lot of parking spaces. So you might have to walk a block or 2. I find myself just automatically now parking on the east side, and we've got several of those crosswalk lighting possibilities that people can easily cross over to get to the west side, yes, or vice versa.
And there's some beautiful art pieces to look at along the way. When we redid Arizona Avenue 5 years ago, which was the beginning of Rock the Block, or 6 years ago, excuse me, there's some beautiful art installation. So take a look at the public art on your way to your favorite restaurant.
Well, our time has ran away as always. So with just a few minutes left, I'd like to give each of you an opportunity if there's anything else you'd like to say.
One last, Kim struck my thoughts there. Holiday lights in downtown. They're being installed presently. They officially go on Rock the Block on November 14th from noon to 10 p.m. They will be on. The holiday lights will adorn downtown. 240 trees are covered with lights. about 150,000 individual lights. If you're interested in counting them, go ahead. And if you lined up all the lights and strands, it'd be about 13 miles worth of holiday light strands that adorn downtown. So we look for wonderful holiday illumination for the holiday season.
Very good. And Kim, any final thoughts or things you'd like to share?
You know, for those who have been in downtown Chandler in the past, come see what's happening. If you're coming now, make sure to keep coming, because throughout the months, we're going to see a big transformation in downtown Chandler.
I would definitely agree. Downtown Chandler is the place to be. I mean, we've got other cities that are advancing a great downtown, but what I hear that people like about ours is it's contained. There's a wide variety. It's easy to get in and out of. It's so accessible, and there's a buzz that's going on.
Yes,
so
there is.
I hope that you as readers and watchers, would check us out and check out downtown Chandler. It's truly a vibrant place, and there are activities and opportunities for residents of all ages between our library, our stages, new stories, new stores. We didn't even get into the farmers market, which is also a vibrant event that happens every Thursday. I'm very proud of our downtown. And I hope that you will come out again and join us here, not only in our downtown Chandler, but to our future Chandler in Focus shows. I'm Vice Mayor Kevin Hartke, and we'll see you at the next Chandler in Focus.